This is Boxing Arena on Max Television. My name is Techie, and this in the Boxing Arena show is brought to you by Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix, Max by Techno Mobile, and also JB Fresh Fruit Juice Drink. Straight away, we'll be getting into the grapevine, and in Las Vegas, as we started off with the show, you saw that Landy Lara was able to make Danny Garcia just take the knee there. That was the first time Danny Garcia taking the knee in his boxing career there. I have with me here Derek and Bernard. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you, NY.
How was your weekend?
We lost the game yesterday, so. We lost the game.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
I told you I have just one team. The other ones are teams that I like. I only have one football team in the world.
And what's their name?
It's Accra, Suffolk.
Oh, okay.
It was so bad. In fact, now we don't even know where to point the.
But this is gonna be the second defeat in the Ghana Premier League.
It's so bad.
They lost to a newly promoted side, and we're thinking this they are going to meet up with Heart of Lions. We know it's gonna be difficult. It's a difficult ground for Accra Hearts of Folk. But
it was so bad. I mean, so bad. I watched when the first goal came, and I stopped watching because things were not going well. So I later, after 2 hours, then I heard that we lost by 2 goals. But things are falling apart. Things are becoming extremely difficult, and this is the time for all stakeholders to come together. I have always had problems where when there is a problem, then people are pointing fingers. It might not be the right finger.
Okay.
You need to find out what exactly is wrong, because all other things are well apart from the playing and body. I mean, if you look at the kind of investment, the kind of thing that Toby Afede is doing, and then the result that is coming, it's really so bad. And for some of us, I really don't know what's happening. It's so bad.
Well, Derek don't know what is happening to his favorite team, Accra Hearts of Folk. Back-to-back losses there. They lost to a newly promoted side, and now just this weekend past, they lost to that is Ekpando Heart of Lions there. Bernard, how about you too?
NY, you know, if you want to follow boxing, then it means that you don't have time for yourself.
Exactly.
These Fridays and a Saturday packed with boxing.
Yeah.
And kudos to our old man, Daniel Donko for his matchmaking experiences.
Okay.
The Friday we had a fight at Adro White, and it was a pack and a great bout.
Okay.
And then the Saturday we have to see Gosh taking the WBO African title. It was a splendid performance by Daniel Gosh. It was a great bout, and I have it all for him. He really worked like a champion, a prospect, someone who is hungry or need the title. And he did well. And kudos to his opponent to give him a lot of work. He made Gosh work hard for his bout. Our former super featherweight champion, the terrible terror, Zunzum Azman Nelson, was there. And the fight was so great. So kudos to him.
Well, hold on to that. When we get to the unpacking segment, that is where we would get into the local terms and we'll bring all that into it. So this is Boxing Arena show on Max Television. Now we're getting into the grapevine, and that is where we look at the foreign aspect of sport boxing. So now let's take a look at the Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga. I mean, this is a Mexico and Puerto Rico affair. We know when these two titans clash, you know what kind of a fight they bring on board. Canelo on the fight night, he weighed in on 166.8, and we look at Edgar Berlanga Jr. 167.6 there. These two went at each other, where Canelo was able to drop Edgar Berlanga in the third round. But let me tell you what, Edgar Berlanga showed big heart. I mean, he made people know that, yes, they can believe in him. He went toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez, and they finished off the fight, despite he went down in the third round. Bernard.
Yeah, good morning to ourselves, and good morning to our cherished viewers. And I would like to say a very good morning to the working force here. There are a lot of people here who work with us, and they are underdogs. They are under gene that people don't see. I mean, the working force at this studio.
Yeah.
And kudos to our own Lawrence Sikawayo and the crew for their effort, for their proactiveness.
Exactly.
I mean, this morning when we came here, everything was set and we know what to do.
Exactly.
Well, this fight is a very bravado performance by Belanda. It was a great performance and the fight lived up to the billing. We're expecting that Canelo, the old major, would stop him in the late round as he predicted.
Okay.
But it did not happen that way. The third round knockdown, it seems that Belanga wasn't aware of the punch.
Of the punch,
He has been so steady, making sure that he absorbed all the punches. I mean, he has a big head and a big body.
But Bernard, does it mean that Edgar Berlenga's camp, they did a good job on Edgar Berlenga going to face up Canelo Alvarez?
Exactly. They did a good job, but then I have some deficiencies somewhere.
Let it out.
Because in the early round, he was playing according to plan.
Okay.
And then the knockdown came.
Okay.
In the third round.
Okay.
But his resilience and how to come out was very swift.
Okay.
In the fourth round, we saw him using his jab, his left and right, what we call 1 and 2. He was using it and he's keeping his distance.
Exactly.
And then the fifth round was the same. And so the judge who scored it 118 or something.
Yes, so 3 judges gave it to Canelo.
Yes.
One had it 117, 110, 118, 109, and the other the
so
same
the
118, 109.
Had it right. Because for me, from where I stand, I saw Berlanga winning 2 rounds. And other judge also saw it winning 3 rounds.
Okay.
So they are in the same arena, the same event.
Okay.
And so it was a very great bout. So after he has come out with a jab, and then later in the 8th or 7th round, fall into the trap of Canelo and starting fighting the game plan of Canelo.
Okay.
Coming head to head, body shots to body shots, using punching power, and that will not help him. Okay. He needs to stand in the distance and then delivering his jab. And Canelo is a type of boxer, if when you start throwing multiple punches and it's by jab, he will not find his rhythm. You allow him to think.
Okay.
When you get closer to you, he thinks a lot. And so you will not even allow him to think. When he's about to think, then you give your jab. Okay. When he refound and he wanted to come again, then you give left and right and start moving. That is how you can beat Canelo.
Wow.
But to come closer with Canelo and taking his punches, I mean, there's no way for you.
Wow.
But then he has a very big body and was able to absorb some of the punches. He has a very great resilience for the shots. And that is why he was able to finish the run. But next time, if it is coming at us, or what we are predicting, that when there is going to be a rematch, then he should change his plan and keep moving and using his jab. And that is going to help him.
That is going to help Edgar Berlanga if he had another chance to share the ring with Canelo Alvarez. Bernard, being a coach and how disciplined he is, he's saying that Edgar Berlanga should stick to the plan. Use your jab, and that is going to worry Canelo Alvarez there. Derek, let me bring you in. You know, we are talking about Edgar Berlanga and Saul Canelo Alvarez. And this is Edgar Berlanga. I really watched the fight, but I felt like Edgar Berlanga's power, Canelo was not really feeling it. Anytime he throws, Canelo wants to walk through the power and have that go with him. Derek.
Well, anyway, good morning.
Yeah.
Special one and special good morning to our viewers. I will not re-echo what Bernard has said. The team at the background, kudos to you. But the fight lived to its billing. Simply that. The quality of both boxers. Last week we clearly said it here, and then I'm surprised. Bernard is surprised because just as we said last week that Edgar will fight up to the 6th round, and then the 7th round, Mama will take
over.
Fortunately or unfortunately for Edgar and fortunately for Canelo, in the 3rd round he had to and drop.
Yeah.
And when you drop, it means that you've lost the round 10 already.
But you see,
so you want to come in.
When Edgar dropped, Canelo connected with that left hook and Edgar dropped, you could see his body language. He was just doing this, and
so
it tells you that they really worked for that left hook from Canelo, but he dropped that right hand, and you know Canelo.
Yeah, so Bernard said it. They came in with a plan.
Okay.
So it's like you are in a match and all of a sudden there is a goal.
Okay.
So it means that you plan that at that particular time you will dominate, you want to control the game, and then all of a sudden something changes.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
The posture clearly indicated that we have lost the plan.
This guy has got me.
we have lost the plan.
How do you say that in Ghana? This guy has got me.
So that's just the posture. He came unexpectedly.
Okay.
It means that when he gets up, and when he went down quickly, he was able to get up because it was not a punch that dazed him.
Okay.
But a punch that can walk through your head straight into your legs, and then you go down.
Wow.
So he quickly saw that no, he's not done something right.
Yeah.
So he had to reorganize himself.
Yeah.
And like Bernard rightly stated, when he reorganized himself, he came into the fight. Focus is that let's finish Canelo.
Look at that. Look at
Yes.
that. Look at that. You see?
Yes.
Look. So he saw the punch coming back. He dropped his right hand.
Dropped.
That is the mistake Edgar Berlanga did.
Because he was expecting the right. So look at the hand. The hand went to the right side. He was expecting a punch from the right. So he rather went that right side.
Okay.
And he left the left for
the DOP for Canelo.
You understand? And then on Friday we rightly stated that the latter rounds is where Canelo will come in.
Yeah.
But no disrespect to Edgar. I believe that if Canelo is growing, Canelo is coming down, I believe that Edgar is the man to watch.
Wow.
He used the body so well. And look at the 12th round. The exchanges at that time. At the point he realized that, Charlie, I have to do something before. Yes, so he went off. I mean, they were exchanging, but trust Canelo.
Okay.
It's capable of, if you look at the stature of Edgar,
he looked big.
Yes, what Canelo had to do is always go into him.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way. Because if he allows himself, Edgar will be throwing the jabs, the 1 and 2 like he mentioned, and then Canelo will be in trouble. So Canelo is always looking for, especially when he's tested Edgar's punch and realized that we talk about Golovkin.
Yeah.
Canelo have tested people like that. So he tested that of Edgar and realized that Charlie, these are punches that I can withstand.
Yeah.
So he will always go in, do the exchanging, which should not have been the plan for Edgar, but then he was forced into that plan. So it was a beautiful fight.
It was a beautiful fight.
I wasn't expecting the fight to end, go to the full 12 rounds. So that the respect to Edgar and kudos to the champion Canelo, who will always show his quality.
Okay. Right, so kudos to Canelo Alvarez, who will always show his quality, and also much respect to Edgar Berlanga. This is Canelo, and he's saying that he's targeting a rematch with Dimitri Bivol for May 2025 if Bivol beats Beterbiev for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. Derek Bernard, it seems Canelo, his loss to Dimitri Bivol, is still ringing in his head, and he wants that rematch. He wants that rematch. I mean, guys, we'll watch Canelo beat Edgar Berlanga, and with what we saw, do you think Canelo have a chance when he gets to the rematch with Dimitri Bivol? We saw him lost to him, and as you're saying, you said Edgar Berlanga should have stuck to his plan. Jab, 1 and 2. And when we look at Bivol, that was his game plan when he fought with Canelo Alvarez. If there is a rematch with Dimitri Bivol against Canelo, do you think Canelo have a chance? But before that, let's look at this here. These are the fights that Canelo has had in his boxing career.
Great boxers.
First one, we have Floyd Mayweather. He lost that one, but he learned a lot from that fight. Then Gennady Golovkin, he fought with him three times.
1 draw and 2 win, I think.
Sergey Kovalev, he won Dimitri Bivol, he lost that one. He learned something from there. I remember Daniel Jacobs. He won that one too. He won against Shane Mosley. Yes, Shane Mosley, the stylish man. He won against him. Then Jamel Charlo too. He won against him. Austin Trout too. He won against him. Caleb Plant. He did the work over him. Miguel Cotto. One stubborn Puerto Rican fighter. Canelo won over him. Landy Lara, the Cuban international, he also won against him. Billy Joe Saunders, he won against him. Callum Smith, Liam Smith, American. I remember that fight, that devastating knockout that he gave to American. He won against John Ryder, Jeremy Mongia, Edgar Balenga, and Julio Chavez Jr. He won against him. This is the man we are talking about. Canelo Saul Alvarez. And he's saying that, you know, I am the best fighter in the world. Now let's look at this. He's now among the best 12 Mexican champions. And we have Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. there. Second, we have Canelo Alvarez. Then we have Salvador Sanchez too there. We have Ruben Olivares also there. We have Alan Manuel Mackenzie. Hey, I remember this guy. Juan Mackenzie. He's also there. We have Carlos Zarate. We have Marco Antonio Barrera also there. Then we have the other one too, Eric Morales. We have Ricardo Lopez. We have Vicente Salvador. We have Miguel Canto. And we have Lupe Pinto. And we have Canelo Alvarez stretching up to the second position. Gentlemen.
That is very great. I mean, where my eye is looking on is the Salvador Sanchez.
Okay.
Remember the days of Azuma Nelson?
Yes, I remember that.
He fought Azuma Nelson. He was the super featherweight champion by then.
Okay.
And then after with Azuma Nelson, then he had an accident and then Gomez came.
Wow.
And Azuma Nelson beat Gomez and took that title.
But gentlemen, remind me a bit. Around that time, were they going 12 or they are going 15 rounds?
With Salvador, it was 15 rounds.
Okay.
And then with Gomez, 15 rounds.
Wow, that would be tough.
It was very tough. And then at that time, was the time that they were looking for a boxer in Nigeria. Okay. But they realized that the boxer wasn't ready. And so Azuma Nelson was picked out of the blue moon to fix. So Azuma Nelson wasn't so prepared. And so after the fight with Salvador, then Salvador said it in the ring that, look, the next person to take that featherweight title is Azuma Nelson.
Wow.
And he had an accident, and then the title was made vacant with Gomez. Okay. And Azuma Nelson won that particular fight. Since then, it has never gone down.
Wow.
It's always at the top. And so these are great champions in Mexico. Talking about Chavez, who have had about 107 fights with 68 knockouts.
My God.
A great Hall of Famer, a very great boxer. And anytime they meet with Puerto Ricans, it is so great.
He was there.
He was there.
He was there at the arena. He won that fight against Edgar Belenga and Saul Canelo Alvarez.
It's very historical because in his time, he met Camacho.
Camacho, yes.
And that also was an Mexican anniversary. And anytime these great pugilists will meet, it is Mexican anniversary. And then the Mexicans pay their way through.
Wow.
These people are people that have made the world boxing.
Exactly.
And they have made history for boxing. And we need to learn from them. I mean, when you have such people in your country.
As you're saying, I like what you said. We need to learn. We need to learn. Yes. The young generations there who are into boxing, they need to learn. Look at these champs.
I mean,
12 in Mexico.
Anytime you want to fight with a Mexican, then it means that you have to do an extra training.
Yeah.
Because these people, when they are coming, they come with all their arsenals.
Exactly.
And, I mean, effortless. They come and they make sure they win.
Yeah.
What is in their mind is to win.
Yeah.
They don't even care about what referees will do.
Yeah.
But they still keep coming. Chavez in his time.
Yeah.
From the lightweight to the lightweight to the welterweight, he always meets anybody on his way. And one thing about them is that they don't think about the money. Nowadays, boxers that we have, it is the money. If you want to fight me, then what is the purse? What is the money? But these people are die-hard people. They want to die for their country. They want to make PR throughout boxing to their country.
Yeah.
And so we need to celebrate such people. In Ghana, the likes of Azuma Nelson, Ike Bazigwa, Joshua Crotty, these great world champions need to be celebrated. And always they are in the ringside advising boxers and what to do. It is not about the money.
Okay.
It is about you fighting and dying for your nation.
So you heard from the two pugilists there, starting off with Canelo and Edgar Abalenga. You know, Canelo, we know he's a champion. He knows how to get through certain and difficult opponents and different opponents. But talking about Edgar Abalenga, he said that Canelo was his idol. He didn't want to tell him because he's going to face up in the ring with him. But things that he said is that, you know, we've been practicing that left hook. His right hand was always up. He dropped it once, and you know what Canelo will do to you. When you drop it once, he's going to connect. And when he connected, he was down there and he had to say, man, damn, this guy has got me. But he said something that I was really into it. He said that, you know, great people get down, but the most important thing is how you get back up. Yeah. Gentlemen, Edgar Abalenga, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Derek, let me start with you.
Well, it was a clear statement. I think that both, usually I'm quiet. If boxers can speak like this, you should know that a lot goes into coming to fight on the night.
Exactly.
We earlier stated that Abalenga came into the fight with a plan. Clearly, both boxers, Canelo said that he was not fighting, he was always on the cover.
Exactly.
Because he knows that left hook will come. So he came with the strategy, he was almost on the cover.
Okay.
Until that short moment that he brought the hand down off the chin, and then the punch went there. So he knew what he was. He was also making a reference to somebody. He thought that that person punches like Canelo.
Yeah.
Then he should be. He knows what to expect.
Okay.
And you could clearly see that he trained for that particular punches that will come, and that is the reason why he was able to finish there, because he trained. If for nothing at all, I will finish the round.
Okay.
So he decided himself. He worked for it, and clearly he's a smart guy.
Well, he's a smart guy. Because of time, let's briefly touch on Caleb Plant also defeating Trevor Macambi. You know, Bernard, he said something that Caleb Plant needs to take his birthright, and on that night he did that.
Bravado. Look, I mean, he had a knockdown.
That fight was full of drama and full of a lot of things, because I mean, let me tell you, Macambi was no pushover
at all.
The guy is strong.
Very strong.
And I think in some of the rounds, Caleb Plant was underestimating him. And he did that to him. But you know, Caleb Plant, the kind of guys he has fought with, he brought out the quality and he just finished it.
Yes. So we said it here that ring rust is going to set in.
Exactly.
And really we saw it from the round 1, round 2, and then the knockdown.
Okay.
And so after the knockdown, then we realized that, look, this is my bout, and I need to take it.
Okay.
By any means necessary, I need to take this round.
Okay.
And from there, he started throwing that he punches, giving to the body shocks, giving the 1 and 2, adding the 6, multiplying punches, and then he have to throw in more punches for the referee to set in and say, look, enough is enough.
Yeah.
This is the guy who have been in that weight class for a very long time and wanted to pursue his dreams until Canelo brought him down and said, look, this is not your level. Let us move on. And so realizing that, look, that is where I want to go. This is my dream. Then you need to fight hard and get there. And that is exactly what he did. And so, I mean, kudos to him for coming back and taking his birthright.
Kudos to Caleb Plant for coming back and taking his birthright. You're still watching Boxing Arena on Max Television. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we are back, we have more for you. Yes, welcome back from the quick commercial break. You're still watching Boxing Arena on Max Television. The Boxing Arena show is brought to you by Kivo, 4-in-1 Gary Mix, Techno Mobile, Max Buy, and also JB Fresh Food Juice Drink. My name is Techie Anderson. We are now getting into the unpacking segment where we look at the local terms in a boxing. And during the weekend, as we started off, we said Daniel Selassie Gosh is now the new WBO Africa bantamweight champion as he fought with the Beninois opponent, which is Gislan Vudin-Helsi. That is the opponent that Selassie Gosh fought with, that he won on a majority decision, where three judges gave it to 118, 110, 118, 110, and 120. 108, making Selassie Gosh Daniel becoming the new WBO Africa bantamweight champion. Bernard,
and why?
This is Daniel Selassie Gosh.
Yes.
And as you said, he put up some spectacular performance during the weekend to win over his Beninois opponent, and he's now the new WBO Africa bantamweight champion.
Well, kudos to him and congratulations to Daniel Gosh, the Emperor, and his team. I mean, a great performance by all standard. I mean, when I was sitting, I was knocking my head, as Mandela said himself. Most of the great people that were there were very impressed about his performance. I mean, 12 wins, now graduating to 13 wins. And now the super bantamweight champion, the African super bantamweight champion. Now the next step for him is to have 2 defense and then move on to the world.
Okay.
It is now okay for him to now move to the world. I mean, his coach, and we all know that it is capable of training these young, talented people to move up to the world stage and become one of the greatest. So we wish Daniel Gosh a very great performance, and we wish him well, that he should continue.
All right, Derek, also a little touch on Daniel Gosh.
I won't say much. Last week we mentioned some young boxers that when the right help is given, they will deliver. And Gosh is one of them. If you take time to watch that fight, I think he fought a very durable opponent.
Yeah.
Very durable. Looking at the work Gosh put in, very durable, experienced and smart opponent, and he came out tops. And I pray the strategy, the plan that has been put together for him goes smoothly. I trust Coach Carloko, who has been there before, and I know that whoever is managing, whoever is behind, should just put the money into it, because this is a good project that will, earn a very good return. And let's salute our newest promoter, Shiache Promotions. This was their first promotion, and they did well too. So kudos to whoever supported.
All right, so that is it, Daniel Gosh. Congratulations to you there. Now let's get into Bell 7-Star Professional Boxing League. This is season 3, Fight Night 4 standing. So you may know this coming Saturday, Fight Night 5 will be coming on at the Bukom Boxing Arena. So mark your calendars. Ghana Army at the top there with 10 points. Bridge and Sonia at the second position with 9. Panix third with 9 points. Ato Kwashi fourth there with 9 points. Complex 4 in Palm Springs. Fifth position there having 7 points. And Seaview at the sixth position having 6 points in their name. Now Black Panthers at the 7th position having 6 points. Wisdom Gym 8th having 6 points. Fifth Square and seconds out on the 9th position having 4 points. Discipline Gym at the 10th having 4. Akotoku and Ghana Prison 7 occupying 11th and 12th respectively, having no points in the Bell 7-Star Professional Boxing League Season 3 after Fight Night 4. Gentlemen, now coming this Saturday, it is Fight Night 5. It's been a long break.
Yeah.
You know, in football, we have international break. Just some quite ago, you know that the footballers, they had some international break.
Yeah.
In boxing too, we had our international break.
Yes.
But God willing, this coming Saturday, we will resume our professional boxing league. What are your expectations coming up Fight Night 5? Let me start with you, Bernard.
Now, we expect competitiveness, explosiveness, and then more skills and tactics coming the 5th night.
Okay.
We got a lot of boxers being packed. I mean, when I saw the photo shoots,
okay,
and I realized that it is going to be a great night coming this Saturday.
Okay.
And we are praying that they all shown up as the photo shoots describes.
Okay.
Because these are great talent that we will see. If God willing, we will see Bismarck, Sir, and then the other prospects too as well.
Okay.
We believe that God give them strength so that the D-Day they will come for the weigh-in as we always want to see, and so that it will be a very great bout.
Okay.
And one thing is that the league has been so competitive, and that when you see the standings, I mean, my fear is those that are behind the Ghana Army, 99999. It tells you that when you drop, you will find yourself somewhere in 6th position.
Okay.
You being the first, if you drop, you will find yourself in somewhere. It is like in some competitive classrooms where people have been getting 100%.
Okay.
And then when you get 99, thinking that you are the second, you find yourself being in the 10th position. And so this shows or tells you the competitive nature of the league.
Exactly.
And even those that are even last, they are even telling you they are 6-6 somewhere too. Okay. And so it tells you that it's getting tougher and tougher. And so we believe that we will be able to sail through and maintain our composure.
Right. Thank you very much, Bernardo. And now I'll come back to Derek, and Derek is going to tell us what we are going to learn about the education aspect on Boxing Arena. And so we have the rule number 4 that is what we are going to discuss for today's education on Boxing Arena. Rules for Professional Boxing League. And we have there rule number 4. Now it says, a 10-point must system is standard scoring procedure in any regulated match. This means that any fighter who wins the round must automatically be awarded 10 points and his adversary less than that, depending on how badly he loses the round. There we have the scorecard sheet there, and we have Derek, who is the scorecard. You know, Derek, I've been saying English on this platform. Sometimes I divert it into Chi, but you know, my Ghana is not that good. But you see, I have 2 gentlemen here who are very good in Ghana. You know, my Ghana community out there, I want them to really understand what I just read. And you, Derek, you being here, and I know that you can do that very well. Please explain that in Ghana.
Okay. Oh, you are done.
Yes. Hello. I know.
If you make a be Pierre call back box ne kakpa na chedane or mifu. She box ne none of me every round there it's an imokumiana 10. Money win around there in a 10.
Okay.
Because judge said I'm a fan, I'm more than pepe, no more 10.
Okay.
So enye ba mi akashi abano ni mokome na 10 no ka me enyo fa me gbe shipo e ka gbe na isa ni mokome ana numa ana 10 agbene wen money ebo money year round them here it's an na less than 10 allo number ni ye shi 10 be ko me anyo ni Germany mi to ni wo na ka moko gbe shi ye ring me ka no ka moko gbe shi na eteshi kura echo akashi score of afi 10-8 dan you akeke ano no gbeshi ni oteshi na agbe round there na o lose 2 rounds no ba na akashi after ni mokobe gbeshi am fe am na pepepe shi na kan particular round e ba anye ka agbe no mo fe na mokome ba win de ke wo mbolo oge o be round na no wa
Derek ofane ke moko gbeshi boxer about Lucy 2 points allow 2 rounds.
Okay,
like
so 2 point difference is 2.
Okay.
Because we share your number bashi. Obayona anyo only 1 round there. Moko ba na 6-10.
Hey.
Yes. Ka ogbeshi pie ono ma bashi.
Okay.
No ba anye balake ano. Am enyo fe kole mokombe e win 7 rounds.
Okay.
Mokome win 5 rounds. She money win 5 rounds. E banyani kake fencha.
Okay.
Le win.
Explain more.
Okay. E chon akeshi. E kule round 1. E win 10-7.
Okay.
Round 2 10-9. Round 3 10-9. Round 4 10-9.
Okay.
Ona 10-7 ye chon akeshi. E na 3 points different.
Ah, okay.
No ka money win na 10-9 10-9 10-9 6 eh. Ko bu akunta. Mokome akeshi mene gbechi fi boni here kan iwo. E ba anyi na kan particular round e an e yanwen.
Okay.
No ka wa akwa mo pa ni fight kan ma akwa boxing. Ni aye ni bi komani akwo.
Okay.
But na ni ndoni ke agbe no mo fen na abuo na akwa ka o mene na neke mene na ke. No ni ton wo kase mo na ji boxing me every round it's an Mokome ana 10.
Okay.
No ka o kwe ni round 1 o na ka boxer e win. Alo ayu boxer it means that it's 10-9.
Okay.
She go boxer anya re agbeshi.
Okay.
Baby e ba anya mo go egbeshi she ka je gbe mo ni ba. E ba yi Mokome che. Baby e ka ba la ko le it's an instead of 10-8 e ba fi 10-9 because e bo modern.
Okay.
But na ni she most of you na she money ile ne ba agbeshi na kan round is 10-8.
Okay.
Ke agbeshi pi e ba nya 10-7.
Wow.
In na ekoponi 10-6 because ka ayibo she no too anke ko gbe she 10-6 around no ba nyo ba no ba knock mo.
Okay.
But and she every round a score by 10 oji rule they get 10 point system. That is what we use internationally here.
Okay.
10 point rule and what use so it's ani Mokome ka gbe round ko na Mokome ana 10.
Okay.
Ni Mokome ana no ko she abanyo menyo fen ba anya na 10-10.
Aha. That is my question. My next question.
No,
how come that two boxers in a particular round do all have the same points, like 10-10?
Enyo ibala keshi amenyo fan modern ball.
Okay.
Onyeni ona Mokome bo modern wa afi Mokome.
Okay.
Amenyo fan modern ball a particular na kan round e ye pepe.
Okay.
No judge say ni bi ni amekwo.
Okay.
Je no fi an judge say ni bi ni amekwo.
Okay.
Ona no ni ka amekwo ba na ke no money na no most of you in the early rounds obana ga me fam ba kwa me ama jab fio no ga gbe no na Mokone win alo eji Mokome echun.
Okay.
Judge say ba anya ekwo ni
Okay.
ke if you agashi brother bi lo mi ba anya ke fio acho na.
Yeah, Bernard.
So there is 10 point must system.
Okay.
It tells you that no matter what you do, whether you throw 50 punches or 100 punches, you need to score the bout as 10, and then the loser of the bout will get 9. And then in other jurisdictions, there's another way. When you lose too much, or we've seen that you've received a lot of punches, then you get 8. In other way too, when you are knocked down, it's automatically that you get 8. And there are other ways that when you even knock down, you will be able to win that particular round. Okay. And when you are to win that particular round, the judge can decide to make it 10-10, even though you've won that particular round, but you were knocked down. And so you have 10-10. Or sometimes if it is slightly win, then you have 9 instead of the 8. And then in that particular round too, if you were knocked down twice in that particular round, then it means that you are going 7 or 6. That is how sometimes we scored. And then
please take that statement again.
Okay, so the 10 must score system.
Okay.
Tells you that the winner of the bout of every round will get 10. And then the loser will get 8. And but there's other way to when you have lost so much or you have received a lot of punches.
Okay.
That everybody can even say this is one way. Then you will get 8. And
so
then the winner.
So when the boxer gets 8 in a particular round, it means he was knocked down.
Yes, he was knocked down.
Okay.
And it is not always the case.
Okay.
If you are knocked down.
Okay.
Sometimes when it is one way, knowing that one opponent is dominating so much with his punch, then the judge will even decide to give you 8.
Sometimes I see certain scorecards and I see that in a particular round, a boxer A will have 10 and boxer B will have 9. How about that one?
Yes, so the 9 is a standard. Means that slightly win
Yes.
Okay.
And so once
Okay.
you win that particular bout, then you are going to get 10, and then the loser get 8. But then if in a round there was so much
Dominant.
pressure or dominance on you,
Okay.
and you could not even find your rhythm, that is where the judge will also make it 8. In other 8-2, it means that when you are even knocked down,
Okay.
then you get 8.
8.
The same round, if you are knocked down again,
Okay.
then you go down again to 7 or 6.
Okay.
So it becomes difficult for
Okay.
you to
Okay.
climb up and then meet the tally.
Okay.
So that is what is the difference.
Okay.
The other day I was arguing, the Saturday I was arguing, not that my boxer lost the fight, but the results I had was that 6-0, 60, 54.
Okay.
This means that wherever you sit, you can even calculate it.
Okay.
It tells you that my boxer did not win one round in the judge's scorecard, in that judge one scorecard.
Okay.
And that's where I got furious. And I said, look, you can't watch this competitive match and then say that my boxer did not win one. Sometimes the coach's argument is that the score, it is not only the win, but the score, you have to pay attention to details. Because the score has to be that one judge is saying that you've lost 5 rounds. And the other judge is saying that you've lost 1. Only 1.
Okay.
So 2 judges will be in the same line, while 1 judge will be away. Tells you that he's watching different things. But when it is so close, like Canelo's own, you see 117, 109. You see 118 and 110. Then it tells us that they are in the same van, the same arena, the same circle.
Okay.
Tells you that what you are thinking is the same thing the one person is thinking.
Okay.
Now, to give you that 10 marks called a point, it tells you that your dominance should be number 1.
Okay.
Now, your punch selection and then your boxing IQ.
Okay.
So when a boxer is showing aggressiveness, is throwing accurate punches and dominating,
Okay.
this is where you look at. These are some of the ingredients that
Bernard,
you look at.
could it be a case that a boxer could be aggressive but still not landing cleaner punches?
Yes.
And in that case, when it happens in the scorecard and the judges or the officials give it to the boxer who was not aggressive but he was landing the cleaner punches, that is where our crowd will start to be furious.
Yes.
I want a lot of education to be given to them.
Yes. So you see that one thing about it is the dominance or the point selections and your punches landing. So when the punches are landing, then it means that you have to give that boxer that priority.
Okay.
But if the punches are not landing, the two of you are fighting, the punches are not landing, but one is so aggressive, then the aggressive man have to win the match.
Okay, so
well, Derek, sorry. You know, definitely Friday will be here. Friday will be here, and we'll do a lot of details. We have a lot of education that we need to set it out there so that they can also understand how boxing is being done. So that is what we emphasize on today's lesson on the rule number 4. Definitely we'll be back on a Friday, so we'll give you more of this on Boxing Arena. Congratulations to you, Daniel Selassie Gosh, being the new WBO African Bantamweight champion. And know that this coming Saturday is going to be the Fight Night fight. There are 7-star professional boxing league. My name is Techie Anderson, and we are out.